All right, Grace. No, what do you think? 79.
I got bracket -9 to infinity parentheses.
So bracket -9 to infinity. So the domain. Agreed. Now you gotta make sure your final answers are in simplified form. Okay, so you don't want to make it, -9 to 5, -5, -5 to 2 to infinity. It's just -9 to infinity because it hits everything in between. Okay, for that one. Range 80. Mackenzie Ward. What do you think?
Bracket -4 to 5 bracket.
-4 to what?
5 bracket.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Just kidding?
Yeah.
All right, it hits -4, but does it hit anywhere in between? In between -4 and what is that? -2? So it only hits that one point. Remember to put that one point, you can put in a, just kind of braces. Union. All right, Mackenzie, what do you think it would be unioned with?
-4 to 2, not parentheses.
Okay, start with the lower number. The lower number is -2. And then what would be, so there's 4, but does it hit anything above 4?
Yeah.
It's going to hit all the way up to what? 6. Yeah, so it's going to go from -2. It includes -2. Is it going to include 6?
Yes.
Yep. It's going to include 6. So -2 to 6. So it's going to miss everything in between -4 to -2, and then it'll go up from there. All right, g of -4. And we haven't talked about this specifically, but what does that mean? It means what answer you get back when you plug in -4. Do I have a function to plug into? No, I don't have a function to plug in, but that's how you read the graph. So you go to where x is -4, and you find that point. That point is -4, -1. That means when you plug in, I don't know what the equation is, doesn't matter. It means when I plug in -4, I'm going to get back -1. Okay, that'll be my answer there. All right, how about g of 1? G of 1. Okay, for that. Cole, DeLuca, what do you think?
3.
G of 1 is 3. Good. Because that's going to be this point right there. Okay. Lane, how about G of 3?
4.
G of 3 equals 4. So you go over 1, 2, 3, you go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, I agree with that. All right, now, so you got to understand how to do that, to do 82, which is the absolute value of G of -5 minus G of 5. All right, what is G of -5? So as you look at that, Nathan, what do you think G of -5 is?
-2.
-2. Cooper, since you haven't been here, you can get the answer. What's G of 5?
That would be 6.
6. -2 minus 6 should be the absolute value of -8, so your final answer should be 8. Okay. All right, what do we got down? Ryan, what do you get down for 83? G of x equals -4.
I said it was bracket -9, comma, -5, parentheses.
Okay, what x values give me back an answer of -4? And it would be, yes, any point on that line right here, but it doesn't include that -5. So -9 to -5. That's going to be all the x values that work for that one. Jacob, how about 84?
I got 5 included to infinity.
5 to infinity. I'm just putting x exists in this interval. If you didn't, that's not a big deal. 5 to infinity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go up there to infinity. I agree with that. So understand the differences of what they're asking. G of -4 says what x value gives, or what happens when I plug in -4. If I do G of x equals 6, I'm saying, okay, I want the answer to be 6. What x values give me that? So you're looking for different values there. All right, on your homework. Okay, 37 to 47, you should have, those answers were in the book. How about 64? All right, 64. Adam Lippy, what do you got for 64 domain and range?
For the domain, I have bracket -1 to 3 bracket. And then the range, I have bracket 4 to -2 bracket.
All right, we'll confirm here in a second. So it's 64. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Did I write that down? Did you say 4 to -2?
Well, I remember it's like going like down, so I didn't know like which one was first.
You gotta start lowest to highest.
Always negative.
Yep, make this -2 to 4. Make that -2 to 4. Madison, let's see, how about 66?
I have parentheses, negative, infinity, to 4 bracket. In the range, I have bracket -1 to 3 bracket.
All right, and how about 68? Oh, what do we got for that one, Luke?
For the domain, I have negative infinity, parenthesis, -1, parenthesis, unity, bracket, 1 to 4, parenthesis.
Okay, and how about the
And
range?
then for the range, I have just 2. Unity, -2, in parenthesis, 4 bracket.
-2 to 4. All right, 70. Big Burns, what you got for 70?
I have parentheses, negative infinity to -2 parentheses, and then union bracket -1 to infinity parentheses.
For domain?
Just negative infinity to infinity.
Wait,
I
wait.
mean, for range.
For range is negative infinity to infinity? All right, so that's what you got there. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that's bright. All right, 64 and 66, -1 to 3, -2 to 4, got it. Negative infinity to 4, -1 to 3, got it. So good on those two. Domain, negative infinity to -1, union 1 to 4, good. -2 to 4. Okay, why we don't need to put that 2 in there? I see. Why not? Because it's included in that interval. Okay. So even though you had a separate piece, you need to simplify that. So you would just put -2 to 4 for your range. You do not need that 2. And 70. Negative infinity to -2, union, -1 to infinity. And the range is negative infinity to infinity. You don't need to do it as separate intervals, okay? It covers everything from, like it says, negative infinity to infinity. Questions do you have on any of the others or any of these? 37 to 47 or 63 to 70? We're good? Okay. All right, we're going to finish up your notes. We just had a few to do on the back. You guys weren't here. This is where we're at right now. Okay. And burr. These were the notes we Friday. Ready? Okay. This is where we are. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. All right. So for the first one, it's kind of already down there for you. You're given this function, and we're going to use this function for all of them, just to make life a little bit easier. So f of x equals 2x squared minus 3x plus 7. F of 5, all it means, just making sure we understand the basics, is you plug in 5 for x, you simplify, and then what do we get? We get 50, 5 squared is 25, 50 minus 15 plus 7, which is what, 42? So f of 5 is 42. Okay, anytime you have a function you're asked to evaluate, you substitute in whatever is in parentheses. All right, substitute in -4, see what you get. Just be careful, don't make any errors there. So plug in -4, same function. And so f of -4 equals 2 times -4 squared minus 3 times -4 plus 7. That is positive 16 times 2 is 32 plus 12 plus 7. Looks like I got 51. So f of -4 equals 51. All right, what's f of m going to be? So for C, it just says f of m. Don't overthink it. What do? You just plug in what for x? Just plug in m. Okay, that's all it's telling you to do. So f of m equals 2m squared minus 3m plus 7. That's all you can do. Okay, just make sure you understand. Like, substitute that in, combine or simplify, but there's really nothing to simplify. All right, D. F of a plus 2. You have to substitute. If that a plus 2 is in parentheses, you have to take that and you plug it in for x, wherever there's an x. So f of a plus 2 equals 2 times a plus 2 squared minus 3 times a plus 2 plus 7. Distribute, get rid of parentheses, which means that for the a plus 2 squared, you got to FOIL, and then we got to combine like terms. So I want to FOIL here, and that gives me 2 a squared. When I'm done FOILing, it gives me plus 4a plus 4. Distribute -3a minus 6 plus 7. All right, now distribute the 2. And the only thing you need to do at this point is just combine like terms. Okay, so we got f of a plus 2 2a squared. 8a minus 3a is plus 5a. 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 plus 7, 9. Done. Okay, that's all you can do for f of a plus 2. All right, and the last one we're going to do here, f of x plus 8. So you get 2 times x plus h quantity squared minus 3 times x plus h plus 7. For the x plus h squared, you got to FOIL. I'm just going to do this one on the side just to make sure we're good with it. X plus h times x plus h. And when I FOIL, I get x squared. X times h is plus xh. H times x, I can just reverse the order and put plus 8 xh. And then plus h squared. X squared plus 2xh plus x. That's just the FOIL part. Okay, and this one actually comes up a good bit. So I wanted to make sure I went through it one time together. So you replace that x plus h squared with that trinomial. And then I'm going to go ahead and distribute that -3. And then distribute the 2. Distribute the 2. And so I end up with 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 3x minus 3h plus 7. All right, now are there any like terms? No, you can leave it. That's fine. You don't really need to rearrange anything for this one. If you did, it would be fine, but that's your answer. So you got 2x squared plus 4xh plus h squared minus 3x minus 3h plus 7. All right, that's the extent of 2, 4. All right, I'm going to give you a sheet here now because I want to give you some time in class to work. This will be collected and graded in some format. When I say graded, I might grade 3 or 4 of them. I might grade 6 or 8 of them. I don't know. You cannot submit this online. You will turn this in physically. You may use your notes. You may use the book. This is going to go through 2-1 to 2-4. So hopefully you remember everything. If you don't, you can look it up. You may work with me or sitting by, that's fine. You can, but I want you to stay where you're at. Oh, now I see why we're doing it.
Alright, I can look up.
First, and then all of the x's.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was in the first day. I watched the videos. Hey, for that first one, be sure you can show what you're substituting in and validating. Don't just say yes, no, yes, or no, 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 or I need to see a little bit of algebra. You gotta make sure you understand how to do that.
Oh, yeah, I just skipped over.
Oh,
once I
good.
don't remember, and
Oh,
I'll go back to it.
oh, you said, that's okay, you didn't remember the first 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
like the first whole page, yeah.
No.
Oh. Yeah, you do. You can use the rear. Just before you. I know the real, the basic substituting.